So, do you mind moving that stand just like a little bit so I can? Thanks. Let's see both of you. So, do you know about Schumann?
He's kind of crazy. Yeah.
He was certifiably crazy. Like he was actually insane.
Didn't
So,
Didn't he die?
He committed suicide. Yeah. So, and he was committed to in CS. So he was crazy. So I think that this comes out in his music a lot. Do you know that he also had multiple personalities, right? Mm-hmm. And this is also, so do you know their names? It's like...
he named them?
Yeah, he named them.
Most people do.
She had like D&D. Haven't gotten that part. Yeah.
What's that?
Dissociative identity.
Probably, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's great. This is good stuff. So, you look up the names. I remember them at one point because I had to. I played this one. I played viola a long time ago. But
I feel.
So and then you can write in the names in the sections that are like, because there's one of the characters that's kind of sweet and nice, and then there's one that's like kind of crazy and all over the place. So I think that would be helpful to just kind of write where you are. So in the beginning it's kind of moody. The fun thing about this is I think there's always in this piece it's kind of like crazy softness, like there's always like this energy, kind of like someone who's like doing this and they're like, hey, I'm calm. Like doing like complete, and because whenever you have kind of slow notes, there's always this like in the piano, right, kind of rumbling. So I think in your part too, there's not really a moment where you can relax and be like, oh, I'm kind of playing this note, and it's nice. There are those moments, but there also he switches like really quickly. So it's specifically on that note, in the last part of this, in measure 197. Oh, actually, it's before that. So in measure 189, you have this forte, right? I think you can keep this forte, and then when you're going up and down, you can go up from there. I would never go below that until it says piano. It says piano, but these crescendi that happen afterwards, after each one of them, it only lasts a measure, right? And then it's back to the SF. That SF really means get big. So you're going basically back up to forte for that one measure. So starting in 189, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 measures of forte, and then you get even louder on that downbeat, and then subito piano, crazy face split. And then when you guys did the shape, do you have these shapes in your part?
So like 195 is like subito piano? Is that?
Yeah, do you have this in your part?
Middle?
Yeah.
Or half
the middle of 3, 4, 5.
195, yeah.
Do you have that in the piano score?
I mean,
it's
I
not
don't
in
have the piano, but I can see those working.
Okay. Yeah. So. For some reason, it's not in the piano part here too. So that would be right down to piano, and then you have a measure to get right back up to forte for like half a measure in 197, then right back down to piano, then a measure to get back up to forte. And I felt the energy just kind of drops in the craziness factor. So I think just keeping that super crazy. You want to try that?
From 189?
Yeah, from 189, yeah. Hold on, one more thing I meant to say is this. This is a crazy person to me, like every half measure. She has forte rewritten on the half measure. I think you should take that cue too. So it's like da 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 da. In the bow, it should really relay that in the. I'm not breaking any of these things here. Hopefully but you should hear that for, you know, he took the time to write forte 4 times on the piano. Obviously, he's like, oh, the publisher will get it in the violin part. Didn't happen. But, so yeah, you should think about every half bar having like a reaffirmation of pounding. So I would practice this part slowly, and yeah, da da da. So it really has to kind of phrase into that piano, but then hit a wall and be piano. So don't diminuendo into that piano, or it kind of loses the crazy effect. That's good. You know, the composer really rarely writes anything twice without, just for the sake of writing it twice, because he's got a, it's not like an English essay or anything where you're like, oh, I got to make up the pages, so I'll just throw in an extra measure here. You know, so he does this at 189. He repeats the thing twice, right? You go up and you down, you go up and you go down, and it's kind of it's the same. So I would make more of it the second time, as if the craziness is getting more, and then the da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dum. You know, he didn't write a shape, but composers would just assume that, oh, well, they would just assume that they would have to grow into that. You know, it would not they didn't necessarily put every shape down, or you wouldn't be able to see so much black on the page, right? So never play a phrase without moving it somewhere, or, you know what I mean? So I think that these da 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 dee move into the swarzano. And then that continues to grow right up until that last E. And then you have super. So the way to rehearse that is, can we just go from 193 and put a quarter note rest in? You can just play your tie for longer than a quarter, you know, just tie longer. There'll be a quarter note rest before, or a whole, let's just put a whole beat. So a dotted quarter in this case. Between the E and the C sharp. Do you know what I mean? Between the last E of those 16 notes and the C sharp piano, superduo piano.
Yes, I think so.
You got it?
Yeah.
So grow through that E and play as loud as you can on that E. Take a minute to let the craziness go away, and then start really piano on that C sharp.
This is all on measure 197? 195 or 185, okay.
Yeah. So starting at 193.
And I'm just playing E and then C.
So play from 193 to 197, but you're going to put a rest in after that E before the C, between the forte and the piano part.
Between on 195.
And we on 195, you're going to put a beat of rest. No, that's fine. So you're gonna put a beat of rest here, so that you can really grow through this and play this super loud, and then get.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Good. Try one more time. So you're gonna grow da 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 dee da 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 dee da da dee da 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 dee da dee da dee da da.
I'm so sorry.
Great.
Sorry, so you want me to keep going, right?
Well.
Or you want me to pause with her?
Yeah, pause with her, so you can just you have a tie. You could actually pause and restart, whatever's more comfortable for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, that was good. So just make sure that last E is really loud. You can use your open E if you want. That would help. Try it one more time. Good. So I would rehearse it that way, because in the performance, obviously, you have no time to get to the E down to that but it needs to be, that E needs